So with that short keynote, then I'd like to start our today's program, and actually I'd like to invite our esteemed guests one by one to the dais to take their place. So first of all, I'd like to invite Dr. Kumar Mishra. He is the chairman of organization, as well as he's also the chairman of STEC, Assam. So I'd like to request her to come over to the dais, and also I'd like to request Mrs. Farida to felicit us with an lockdown. Next, I'd like to call upon Mr. Kamita Burwa sir to come to the dais. Sir has been the mentor for Startup Assam. He has been the pioneering force behind this entire initiative. Since day one, sir has been supporting and coordinating this entire initiative. So I'd like Mr. Jigyan to felicitate sir with your applause. Next, we have with us a very young, energetic entrepreneur from Assam, Mr. Devajit Suliha. He's the owner of Kurangani. I mean, I know most of you know this company. So I'd like to request Mr. Suliha to come over to the dais. I'd like to request Mr. Suliha to participate in the program. We have two other guests also who will be joining us over the period of this time. And then we'd like to start our program. And I'd like to request Mr. Kamita Burwa sir to give his keynote speech and start.
Respected Mr. Sir and Mr. Chaliha, ladies and gentlemen. My colleague already had given you some idea about our activities that we are trying to promote in Assam. And in the last few sessions, we have selected different themes. Today's theme was probably most important for all of us because we have decided to talk on agriculture, how to leverage agricultural activities with the help of technology. So the word liver itself has a very big meaning, as you all know. Archimedes once said, "Give me a liver and a fulcrum, I shall leave the world." So I thank those thinkers who decided to use this word leverage agricultural activity. Agriculture and food are two sides of the same coin. So the basic purpose of agricultural activity, as I can understand as a layman, is to produce food items for sustaining life. While in earlier times, food was always in surplus than the actual demand. Things have changed, and now scarcity of the same, that is food, has become most challenging subject for human civilization. I call it civilization because if you are starved, you can't think of any development. So if there is no development, you cannot think of any civilization. Interestingly, we all feel proud of being an ancient knowledge hub, India as a whole. But India is home to the highest number of hungry people in the world. it stood at around 194 million, surpassing China according to United Nations Annual Hunger Report, very recent, 2014-15. At the global level, the corresponding figure dropped to around 795 million in 2014-15 from 1 billion in 1992. So we are taking a period from 1992 to 14-15. India has of course seen some reduction in between since 1990 to 2015, and it has come down to 194.6 million from 210.1 million during 1992. India has made great strides in reducing the proportion of food insecure persons in the overall population. But according to Food and Agriculture Organization, it still has over 194 million hungry persons. India's numerous social programs are expected to continue to fight hunger and poverty. This is what the report expected. However, like we have come down from say 210 million to 194 in say around the gap of around 15 years. See how China has progressed. China stood at a reduction of the number of hungry people much more than India. It came down to 133.8 million in 2014-15 from 289 million in 1992. So of course we have to speed up our process of making more Indians food secure. We have many more challenges: shelter security, food security, education security, but basic need is food security. The majority, 72 out of 129 of the countries monitored by Food and Agriculture Organizations under the United Nations, have achieved the Millennium Development Goal target of halving the prevalence of undernourishment by 2015, while developing regions as a whole missing the target. Talking of noticeable progress, the report made a specific mention of Latin America and the Caribbean, Southeast and Central Asia, as well as some parts of the Africa, as far as missing the target is concerned, including India, of course. The overall analysis suggests that inclusive economic growth, agricultural development, social protection, along with political stability, can eradicate hunger, according to the United Nations findings. So, having said that, if we come to Indian context, we have seen the last UPA government had introduced food security bill in August 2013, which makes subsidized food grain a right for 67% of the population, that is around 82 crore Indians. The bill is expected to cost government exchequer around 1.3 lakh crore every year. As per some rough calculation, rice will be provided at rupees 3 per kg and atta will be at around 2 rupees per kg. So this is a big commitment as far as government is concerned. Whether it is the erstwhile UPA or the present NDA, whoever, government and governance is a continuous process. So once it is act, it's a parliament has passed the act, it becomes a responsibility of the government to ensure that nobody goes hungry in India. So the target is now very big. So the challenge, when the target is big, challenge is big. Here is where probably the word liver kicks in. And that's why I once again thank for choosing the theme with the words like leveraging activities. So now we have committed, government has committed that we will provide food to 52 crores of India at a very subsidized, pro-rate price. So here comes the challenge. And this is what actually we are the organizer. We want to listen to different experiences. Scientists working in this field. All these are big challenges. So we actually have assembled today to listen to some of these ideas, some of the works that is being done by the scientists, as far as the government is concerned, also what is their schemes and how they are planning to roll out, and some entrepreneurs who are already involved in agricultural entrepreneurship. That is the basic purpose of today's get together. And the matter of this organization, I also look forward to have more and more deliberations and brilliant ideas coming out of your active participation. Having said this, I would also like to add a few other points which is applicable to all kinds of entrepreneurs. I think those who are regularly attending our meetings or get-togethers, you have seen I was always stressing they are all proud of these achievements. His brand is known everywhere. I mean, it has become a part of, kind of a habit of getting a Paranjani tea from the airport to somebody when you travel, a friend in Delhi or Delhi. So that's how we have to listen to these successful entrepreneurs and we have to see some story replicate. The roll out something. Don't think lot of, don't delay more, but roll out. That is what is first step. So as I am also a student in this line, a kind of new learner. So I have actually realized with my own experience, it is not a startup for me as far as my experience is concerned, but as an entrepreneur I have learned, you need a very good advisor or a coach to begin. It is very important. So seek out an advisor or coach that can really help you navigate creating an investment-ready capital. Your whatever is your product or whatever is your endeavor, it has to be designed in such a way that you tomorrow get finance. That orientation must be given. All too often, we do not have people in our circle that have successfully developed a tech startup, and so we do not know how to build a company that is attractive to the investors and customers. Like in this startup, whatever 20, 30 people are there, very few will be a successful entrepreneur with whom we can really interact and learn from his experiences. So at this stage, we need a very good coach or a guide before we jump into our goal. Your startup, somebody wants to call it again a bubble. The bubbles can burst. We cannot keep on repeating the same stories. This burst, so we jump into something else. It should not be like that. So be very strategic. Have a proper mentor, have a proper guide, so that whatever you are doing, finally sees the light of the day in the form of getting invested. That is what is the challenge. That we, all of us as an entrepreneur, startup enthusiast, must learn how to embrace imperfections and failures. It is saying entrepreneurship and especially tech companies is full of constant small failures. Here I remember what our Honorable Prime Minister was speaking yesterday in the Parliament. He was actually remembering how Baba Sahib Ambedkar could write a constitution which is so relevant, so valid today, and he was trying to compromise it. Even when government comes up with a bill in the Parliament, some mistake always remains. So next time again in next system they have to come up for correction. So this is natural. If it can happen in the highest forum of the decision makers, it can happen with you and me also. So you should be kind of shy or afraid of being failure. But we have to learn to keep us here. Then we have to find our good friend. That is, find fellow entrepreneurs. Why? So you have support. Entrepreneurship is a different kind of animal, and most people in traditional jobs will not understand the working through the night or weekend or why you cannot go to some event. I think Mr. Chali has already passed a lot of such nights and weekends when he was bored, engaged with his entrepreneurial activity, which is actually challenged to him, and today he is so successful. So find other people who can empathize with your journey. This is very important. This is where the ecosystem comes in. Your first ecosystem may be your own home, next your own friend circle. But who can also share insight on potential solutions to problems you may face along the way. This is very important, which I am going to now take. This is attend different conferences and events. That's why I was talking to Mr. Sir. We have failed in one form, that is increasing the attendance. Despite doing best from our limitations. See, this is a voluntary activity. We all give time from our own personal works and other things. But still we have failed to increase the attendance. This is because we don't have a culture of attending workshops, seminars. We have to overcome that. If we are true startup enthusiasts, if we are true entrepreneurs, we have to go out, attend seminars. Why Guwahati? Go to Delhi, Bombay, manage. It's not a big deal nowadays. So what they say is attend different conferences and events where you can meet other tech entrepreneurs and investors. Find national and local opportunities to meet with other people who are in the industry. We will find there is a host of people who are willing to help you along your journey. And last but not the least, you have to be always confident in your ability. As I told you, you have to learn from your failures. You will also have to have the confidence on your failure. I think a few days back I saw a video in Google which was trying to depict what is light side and what is dark side. So they have defined it. Light side is that of mercy, then compassion. The dark side is unleashing your inner strength. So they have made it in a nice video, you can see once you go back. So we need both the lights. Bright light as well as dark light in the form of unleashing your inner strength. You have to believe in ourselves, come up with some solutions with a proper guidance which can actually get us finances and make our project successful. Because that will encourage us to go for the next success. So with these few words, I conclude my speech, welcoming all of you once again to this forum. We hope to hear a lot of interesting experiences from our entrepreneurs also, as well as Mr. Jaliha and Mr. Sarita was already there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. That was quite an encouraging keynote. For just a small announcement that for those people who could not attend, we have reason that if someone wants to be a part of something. We are already on live on YouTube, so if the link is there on our Facebook page, so you can share it so that some people can also just experience. Next, today's chairman of this today's event, Dr. Arun Kumar Mishra, sir. So I'd like to request sir to give his address to.
A very good afternoon to distinguished guests, entrepreneurs. I'm very happy that we have been able to assemble here in this hall, which is part of my efforts of the last 25 years in this center. Just after doing my graduation from Assam Engineering College, I joined as the youngest member of this center. And after spending quite a few years as in charge of the buildings in this complex, institution engineers, and then honorary secretary, since last year, I'm the chair of this Assam State Center. When Pankaj and his friends came to me to talk about this particular concept, I said, you have actually yourself and your fellow human being, your society. We have been actually thinking about such similar type of concept under the banner of this 96-year-old national body, which is arguably largest in the world with about 7.5 lakh members, out of which 1.72 lakh are engineers, rest are our students of AMI who will also be considered to be members. Not corporate members, but they are also non-corporate members. We as a professional body organize many events. We are not government body. We are the only professional body in the country which got Royal Charter in 1935 by the British monarchy, given by them. We are headquartered in Calcutta. 115 centers are there all across the country. All states like Assam have got state centers. And if you feel that the state center is not sufficient to cater to the needs of the people, very far off from some location, we also have local centers. As a result, this Panbazar Assam State Center has got two local centers. One is Upper Assam Center in Nagruk headquarters, other is Silchar local center at Silchar. We had local centers in Shillong, now which has been upgraded to Meghalaya State Center. Imphal, upgraded to Manipur State Center. Agartala, till the other day, 2 years back, upgraded to Tripura State Center as per our council decision. Special status given to small states of Northeast. Even though membership is not sufficient to get the state center good, they have been given special. Manipur, Tripura. So as a result, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram are still under this particular center, this building. Why I am telling you this, which has nothing to do with agriculture and entrepreneurship development, is that we have decided, as a chairman, I have convinced my colleagues that this startup center is a very good concept. Guwahati talks monthly events. They are our children. These boys and girls try to do something in life for our children. We have some social commitment, responsibility. Not that every time some program has to come from headquarters or some international bodies like UNESCO, UNICEF, etc. We need to develop our own programs, projects, and that is why I told Pankaj that we need to take it up in an institutional manner. And after 8 successful startups at a days. Today is the 9th one. And from now onwards, we as institutional engineers, not just engineering body in the country, the subcontinent, is going to organize this every month here without getting a single penny from the entrepreneurs. I can go one step further. If these people find difficulty in networking, in arranging for refreshment, etc., even I'm willing to give that from my side. Not just within the hall, but even if you need some other support, secondary assistance, sending messages, using our infrastructure, I'm prepared for that. But I need a commitment that this will grow in all aspects. Amitabh Barua told me when I came inside, Iman Sastra Korisu, participation we have to somehow bring this culture. Startup, Ajit is not even school children know about startup. What is startup? When we were young, when I joined engineering college, and we were sent for some, EDP courses, which were popular in early 80s, mid 80s. Entrepreneurship development program was done by many different bodies. EDI Ahmedabad, they used to come with their whole team here, and late Prafullah Chandra Modua, who was the NEIBM, Notice Institute of Bank Management Chairman, he used to organize this. SISI used to do this, AIDC used to do this. Multiple agencies, many organizations used to do these EDPs. So my first question to the resource person from Ahmedabad, who was supposedly at the time a very big shot in the country, was that why do you want to bring a chemical engineering teacher like me from the engineering college? What do you want to tell me? He said, besides teaching you normal heat transfer, mass transfer, and fluid flow operations, if you at times talk to the children about in the class itself, if you merge certain things like that, if everybody in the class is a job seeker, then basically you develop a parasitic society. You develop a parasitic society. If nobody is wealth creator, nobody is job giver, job seeker, how can you expect to be at the par with Punjab or Himachal Pradesh or Haryana or Tamil Nadu or Karnataka? When we speak in isolation, we always try to compare ourselves with their roads and their infrastructure and their buildings and their eating joints and their nightclubs. Do we deserve to have that? Ask yourself. This is a very, very big introspection that I'm asking you to do. Nobody here is a kid, school kid, all are grown-up people quite mature. To be in big league, to be at par with big states, developing states, you also need to develop your attitude, your mindset. That is where we lack. That is where we lack. We have seen so many things since those days, and then I took serious interest. Believe me, this is a confession I'm doing. Although I was in the college, all off time I used to be involved with all these people. Probably before me, nobody from Assam had gone to NISBA in Okla, National Institute of Small Business Development in Okla. They told me for AMT, Achievement Motivation Training. Beautifully, through some games, making a tower, ring all the tight spots in your body, you loosen up after 15 days, you come back a different person. This is what counts. So when we saw in our days, it was like that they call first generation entrepreneurs, second generation entrepreneurs. Startup was not a part of our lexicon. Never. Will be like Dr. Manmohan Singh opened up the economy of the country. And if you ask a chemical student in the classroom what is LPG, he will say liquefied petroleum gas. Same question if you ask the students of economics and management, they will say liberalization, privatization, globalization. LPG came after 91 when I had a choice. My dad and my mom didn't have a choice. They had to open their account in State Bank and they had to go to post office for small deposit. They had to make their insurance to LIC. I had choice. I can go to Bajaj Alliance, I can go to Aviva, I can go to Prudential, I can go to Max, New York, anywhere I can go. Right? So along with that, you just see how things get, how society is it's hanging between two different types of concepts. On two poles, you are neither on the North Pole nor on the South Pole. You are hanging in between. On one side, you want to have burgers and pizza. You want to go to KFC, McDonald's. On the other side, we still feel that whatever Bolo Sahib say, with due regards, 1 rupee chawal, 3 rupee, 1 rupee gehu, 3 rupee chawal. How far entrepreneurship will develop society is a very debatable issue. Very, very debatable issue. Food security cannot be something which kills entrepreneurship. Food security or Mahatma Gandhi and Rega, 100 days job guarantee, cannot be leading to disaster in artisan and skill development in society. I was recently in a village near Jamuguri. Jamuguri, which is not saying that part of Rinpoche district, they have got a lot of artisan and skill. Same thing here in Samokar, in Belfort, beyond Mulberry, if you go there. We met some people 90 years old. Koka, apuni jikini japi nobahai niki. Apunar japile, Okhomala ha prottekjon rashtrapati pradhanmantrik government সম্মান জানায় কাৰণ ঘৰৰ পৰা লৈ যায় ইমান ইউনিক বনায় জাপি আৰু বাঁহবেতৰ কাম কেন বেম্বু ৱৰ্ক একো নকৰে নেকি যে তিনিটা কৰি ল'ৰা এটাই যদি অকণমান মোক চাপৰ্ট দিলে হয় মই এতিয়াও কৰিলো হয় চবৰে দেখা নাপাওঁ কামি তুলিব নোৱাৰো হাতখন কপে এখন ল'লে তিনিটাৰ এটাই মোক সহায় কৰা হ'লে মই এই পিতৃ পিতামহৰ দিনৰ 14 বৰ্ষৰ তোমাকে ৰাখিব হয় কিয় কি কৰে Bangalore to Guwahati, Kerala to Guwahati, our colleagues in Guwahati. Second to fourth, Gamusa are getting people have to go to Guwahati, but I have job guarantee card funds. He afforded come for it. You can put some by hitting retail like six, but it is come a hollow line and later. But Pati Uba, our here, I think I will say to get out of south. Put it to Mutamati, Ibakorami, Imokter, also looking at prayer, so that some of us are home. Believe me, friends, when I came back from Belfort to my house, my hobbies was there start. In this way, are we going to develop a creative society, innovative society? Help is required. Below the total line of the 30%, 26% we decide in the country now. You need to help them. Lucky for help for you. But is this called help? Or is this called killing your creativity, skill, innovation, your traditional job, work? He goes to the agriculture, you have a few days back, I was in the biotech conclave. He has a like compass, renovation. Society to look learn. LD system class below into खेती para so that's right. I was there to this man. So you were talking about developing agriculture-based entrepreneurship in a situation, in an ecosystem, which has to be first changed. Ecosystem change not korake, that jodi ami natum agbari jao, failure barrier to nohoy. Kiman as a challenge. Porohi ma deliver aisu, Guwahati Aswami with Dr. D.K. Chen, who is the director in the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy Source. You all know about the ministry, normally said MNRE. I will not say MNES, the MNRE is not legal. MNRE, is it true, Dr. Mishra, in some place near Kolkata, people have to throw away all the agricultural produce they bring to the market if they are sold. Yes, because the cost of carrying back to the village from the national highway is more than the actual cost of the produce. How much you are buying tomatoes for in Delhi right now? Oh, it is expensive now. 40 rupees, 25 rupees a kilo. I said in those villages near Kolkata, Koroko, Auli, Kotataro, farmers in their field get 50 paisa. If they can bring to the market, they get 2 rupees. That's the cost. When we buy Kerala, the Kerala 2 rupees, same day in Desimani market near Roja, it goes for 5 rupees a kilo. আমি কি করি shelf life থাকা হলে খেতি করার আমি যদি করে পাইলে if some our earlier generation our generation people could have developed some cold storage facility locally then আমিও नासिक और इसना करिए पाइले प्याज का दाम बहुत अभी कम है छोड़ दो उसको cold storage में जब दाम उठेगा बढ़ेगा तब सेल करो आज ये पाइले can you do it no क्या ऐसा cold storage हो Uday of data simple storage, or Kishuman had a bumper harvesting at a point. In this situation, dear friends, we are talking about entrepreneurship in agriculture. In this situation. So, challenges are many, but then, this is a very, very special word. Business to a businessman, trade to a trader. Why we are using this word entrepreneur for this type of people who are always so resolute, so strong that anything they can cross. Entrepreneur. Why? If I put Iman Bhavitra, it's a very, very sacrosanct word, no more entrepreneur. Because I've seen some people, entrepreneurs develop in my area. I've seen those people develop, first generation. Ujit Bola got a very significant open premier graduates. Delhi IIT BTech, MBA program American was Sakuri Kursi. 2 years similar to me, same school, same. I went to ACT. 30% of our liquid nitrogen and oxygen is supplied in the whole state from his plants. Brilliant graduates. What are his air products? Can you say? Because Himan Bhagni Bologans, Horror, Bia, Baru, some of the whole Bhagni, take Korea to Manu Island today. Bureaucrats, doctors, IAS, donations. So, Abhijit's family support was solid. Background class of Korea. Mongol he Horun Doraton, Pankaj Sharma, Rhino Industries Tourism. Talk about him. Keep isolating. More about University Basot. Uthipela Jalapur Prize. I'm talking about 1982-83. Become Basot is a key Uthiko Party. What less to my home line? Basot can handle Koro. Koro I said, Book said, Mama, in Bangladesh, Party came inside. Modern book people, Western book people, I like, pass to be passed away. 5 copies of illustrated usually your magazine book is. Don't keep going on. Let the other point that 25% on discount the price on the cover price, printed price. In Mongol busted, I will sell them. If you don't know, you better know Mongol so much and in Hall again. That you have got dollar, Jinja, Coconut, in follow Hall the Propellers in Meghalaya, then a farmer much more point life. Sticker to Rhino with the Rhino Industries, Mongol, like His support, সদায় খালি বাহিৰত কেনেকা দেখেনা বিকম পাছ কৰিছ আকৌ কোনোমতে অনাৰ্স ক্লাছ নাপালি পদাৰ্থ কোনো কাম নাই that man today is employing 50 plus people with 2 industrial sheds in Mumbai. Power nahi koi. There is no power. If you want to I don't come for it. I am involved with those people. My thoughts are job. I go to them. Problem solve for pranay. CPET or IIT Guwahati I should nije I can push this plastic reduce when they are melted in the machine. It is not giving any uniform type of on the floor. Look at the expert who said during the size not taking a single penny from there. অসমত আন্তঃৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় সহজ নহয় কিন্তু অসাধ্য নহয় impossible নহয়. My appeal to the young friends here is that yes, we do have barriers, we do have social problems, কিন্তু changes are coming. It's very positive. যেতিয়া একো নাছিলে in the midst of nowhere, darkness, some people stood like rock who are successful entrepreneurs today. And now the new generation entrepreneurs are coming up. And I have full hope for that. That is the reason why I have to fight with each and every colleague in this center why we should adopt this particular concept. It does not come just like that. My video the chairman said was very good. I mean, बहुत मना जरूरी है इससे हमारा commitment को. And please don't be in the misconception that you institution से लोग से करें engineering degree थके ना आगे पढ़े आगे पढ़े. Please don't do this mistake. We also invite people from science, humanities, and commerce also to our platform. Ami hoy to become a member, corporate member, ami engineer hobo lagibo. You need a certificate. You know, our non-member associate bahut ase, jibur graduate report kora. Ei kotha not hobo lage. Otherwise, you think that ami that is our Japan. You're most welcome. Whenever you need our support and our help, please come forward. We'll try to help you out. My agriculture expert. My engineer, my area is more of process control, instrumentation, and now recently working on sustainable development and green engineering, etc. Environment science and Korea soon. Last 4 months back, exactly 4 months back from today, I joined as director of Assam Science, Technology, and Environment Council. And after 1.5 months of working as state director, Assam government, Chief Secretary called me in his chamber and gave me one more letter saying that you are also director of Assam Energy Development Agency, AIDA. Both are in the same house. ABC bus stand up, Ekana Kwate as a big gun only class near IDBI and also has got a component of helping entrepreneurs, but we have our own area. You are working on this area. Assam biotech policy, not IBO here, it is drafted by our scientists in STEM. Our policy was drafted. Policy. So we can help you in also this area. Near Manon Kamdev Temple in Mahirasari, we got a 50 bigha land of Assam Bio Research Center, ABRC. I don't know. This and the next species so can I get this house? Right? Can I get able to do products now? Very exotic tissue, Dr. Mohan Muhiz and I science program policy. They are not able to be product expert. But we talk to them, we will bring them if required to our board and we try to develop those things. So in a nutshell, I think to become self-reliant, independent, and entrepreneur is very possible. Climate is changing. We also have to change. Because good people are coming back and trying to do something, this gives us. So on behalf of this center, which is an NGO, and on behalf of my two organizations that I had in the I want to have a flight running into the stomach. Please come forward, we'll find some solution. Right? That is optimism. When there are problems, there has to be a solution. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, sir. That was quite encouraging and really what sir told, all those things that sir is saying. But only thing that we can think is that yes, the climate is changing. At least it is soon only I 10 people as I know personally who have quit their proper jobs and come here. So what sir has told, they are there to help people, they are there to guide us. We can always learn from their experiences, their expertise in their field, and then definitely we can go forward. Then let's move on to hearing from some of the experts. Mr. Sir has already mentioned the name of with us. So he's an inventor. So I'd like to request him to come over and share his experience, please.
It's really a pleasure for me and an opportunity for me to speak on on what I am doing basically as a farmer in front of would be actually yes. So and program popular starting my historical legacy. How yeah, today I said Commander Jana when I probably compensate into more website professionally as a doctor. You know, 1973 medical pass করে আর 2 বছর সরকারি চাকৰি কৰিছিল আৰু চাকৰি কৰি তেওঁ সন্তুষ্ট হোৱা নাছিল কিন্তু তেওঁ সৰুৰে পৰা মানে এটা শিক্ষক বা সপোন আছিল তো তেওঁ সেই মেডিচিনৰ প্ৰফেশ্যনটো বাদ দি তেওঁ পাপৈ বুলি জাগা দেখৰ ৰাখে তো পাপৈ is around 70 kilometers from Guwahati in the district of Vishwanath and from the bordering Munich. So, the climatic conditions are conducive for agriculture, flowing from Munich to the there are many other aspects, with a very good. Then my father started up he started and then afterwards he developed into fisheries and other aspects. But unfortunately, 2001 was 52 years when he passed away, and then fortunately I was so I much before that, I got the opportunity, I got the opportunity to become owner at that time. So fortunately and unfortunately, if you say, yeah. But yes, there are lots of drawbacks and the attitude of the society still it is, we doesn't have that, entrepreneurial mindset. And second is like, even if you have to, we focus on certain things. Like now we have a culture of, very good shop or different business, quite educated, many other aspects, but no one wants to return back to their roots, which is, I think, is agriculture. So, take a look at our problem. Only not to last week, we interacted with the agriculture university students. So, university students in our class. So, finding a student is an interaction. How many of you are by choice? So, unfortunately, everyone no one raised this sort of because everybody has followed. But according to Harvard, অবস্থা হয়েছে খেতি কৰিব নিবিচাৰে এই বস্তু পলিচিতে লোৱা গৈছে সময় লাগিব আমাৰ মাইণ্ডছেট চেঞ্জ কৰিব বা গোটেই প্ৰচেছটো চাল সলনি কৰিবলৈ
Sorry for a small introduction. So the main guest of today's session, Mr. Guwahati, is the MD. Most of you already know him. He is the son of the soil. He has been doing a lot of initiatives to get this region up and running. And many people also know, you must be knowing him as the director of Part-1. He has been the main force behind this entire initiative, which has been doing great work in terms of raising the agricultural scenario in Assam. I'd like to request Mrs. Sveta Saida to felicitate Mr. Guwahati with your pronunciation. So we can continue with this presentation now.
Timeline of what we do and what we've done over the years. So we have three current projects which we are doing in our farm. Like we are focusing more on the indigenous lands because it's fast. Second is like we are focusing on specific indigenous things like or like technical know-how which are fast moving away from the art because the earlier what basically that was like let's say like আগতে কি আছিল কি মানুহতে দেউতাৰ পৰা ককাৰ পৰা দেউতাকে কিছু দেউতাৰ পৰা পঢ়িকে কিছু লৰাকে ট্ৰান্সক্ৰিপ্ট হৈছিল নলেজ বিলাক বাট এতিয়া কি হৈছে এইটো ডিক্লাইন হৈ গৈছে কাৰণ নেক্সট জেনেৰেশ্যন এইটো লোৱা নাই